Finland and Sweden have constantly emphasized that they will join NATO together. Both Stockholm and Helsinki displayed to the entire world their tale of shared partnership in face of Russia's military action in Ukraine. But just like the credibility of Biden, Macron and Leyen, the bond between Finland and Sweden too crumbled soon. Finland's foreign minister's statement has signaled a break in the ties between the two Nordic nations. Hello and welcome to TFIGlobal, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Vedika. Let's begin. The foreign minister of Finland, Pekka Haavisto, stated that the nation might become a member of NATO without its neighbor and ally Sweden if Turkey persists to obstruct their joint application. He declared exactly the opposite of what Finland has always said, that it will wait for Sweden to join NATO. In the wake of Russia's military operation in Ukraine, Finland and Sweden deserted their long-established non-alignment policy and applied for membership in NATO. Their incorporation needs the ratification of all NATO members, including Turkey, which has blocked their accession to the military bloc. Ankara has stated that it will give the approval only if the Swedish government cracks down and prosecutes exiled Kurdish militants. Erdogan even told Stockholm not to expect any support from Turkey with regard to its NATO bid following widespread protests in Sweden by anti-Muslim activists and pro-Kurdish organizations. A day later, Haavisto was asked whether Finland would join NATO without Sweden. He insinuated that Helsinki might join NATO if Stockholm's application continues to get impeded by Turkey. The statement of Finland's government is strange. The remarks are an outright deviation from the earlier stance of Finland. On 17 January, Prime Minister Sanna Marin stated that Finland will join NATO along with Sweden, even though Finland is not facing any opposition from Turkey regarding the military bloc's membership. Speaking at the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Marin said, "From a perspective, it's important that Finland and Sweden are going to NATO together because we are sharing the same security environment." Marin also emphasized that both Finland and Sweden meet all the criteria when it comes to the membership of NATO and have taken measures in that direction. Finland's current stance on membership in NATO blatantly reflects a selfish tendency, which is prevalent among almost all the nations within the European Union. Time and again, the European nations have taken actions and made statements which have damaged the interest of their allies. It is ironic that the purpose of the EU is to foster and promote regional integration in the domain of political, security and economic matters. However, when the need arises for the member states to actually dedicate their time, resources and effort in face of exigent circumstances, they abandon their responsibilities. This tendency of self-centeredness is accompanied by authoritarianism, as a few big nations such as France and Germany often pressurize small countries to join the diplomatic and military actions. And the very same nations desert their allies in times of crisis. Therefore, the Finnish government's stance regarding Sweden with respect to NATO membership is a reminder to other European nations in particular and to the world at large that the EU is a regional bloc which lacks unity, trust, faith, and most importantly, loyalty to its partners or allies.